Voila. I am back. No, I hit B. Sigma. Yes. I'm gonna take the Quark. I'm gonna take Quark and go through the green door.
No,
Let's see, I
I don't
guess.
think so. Were you even listening?
I'm not gonna pair up with Tenmyoji. That means option C is out of the question.
I agree. Option C is a no-go. You'll have to kill me before I'll go anywhere with Dio.
That was that then? I'd have been able to argue down one person but two. Besides, there's no way I'd be able to overpower K, grab Quark, and force Clover through the green door. Fine. If you guys are that determined, I'll pick another door. Blue door or the red door. Go with Dio. Pick Dio, that means the red door is for us.
Betting on the dark horse, huh? It feels kind of weird to say that about myself.
What do you think, Bobo? What do you think, kid?
Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
Are you okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kei, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay, I'll take good care of him, I promise.
I'm about
No
fine, okay?
problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. We're all set. Okay, nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds.
Come on, guys, hurry. The door's already closing.
I know!
Let they cross the threshold.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
What's this? Three
Which
different
one do we
doors.
take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great.
Hold on. What's
Well,
that?
it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever. Yeah,
serious?
pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh? Huh?
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
I wouldn't rule it out. Take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets. Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
Or just said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine, I'll do it. Ready? We go!
Oh. Center one open.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. What's this?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
Laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do,
Good idea. Might be able to find something for the Excellivar.
if we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
We won't know until we look. Let's get started. Are those Pokeballs? Something on this tray? Empty capsule. Empty capsule. Seed. A binder. Two pieces of paper in here. Yeah, let's see here. Hydrophonics Research 1 and 2. Probably read that. Hydroponics. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids dilute with a ratio of 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Preparation 2. Prepare for the 5 types of plant seeds, 2 long and 3 round. Research has shown that there is a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid uses and the type of seed. Relationships can be characterized in the following manner. The long seed failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, failed to germinate. One of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. One marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A, red, or fluid B, yellow. When the stripped seeds were put into fluid D, cyan, and fluid E, blue, only one of them failed to germinate. Alright. Cylinder full of seeds. They're round. One half is colored and the other isn't. Cylinder full of seeds. Thin, don't have any markings. Looking for 5 different types of seeds. Okay. They're looking in the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there. 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them. Binder. Paper inside. Let me see that. Steps for dissecting a frog. Remove the specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose the ethanol by pouring it down the drain into the fume cupboard. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered into a liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using a provided scalpel. Be sure to conduct your dissection inside the fume cupboard. Some of the full seeds, they're round and striped. So a few things we might be able to use. Devil's in the details, you know. And what, one of these a frog? Your roots. Dead spider. Maybe it's a fake beard. Ever seen a person with a beard like this? My grandpa had one. It's like a root. Probably some kind of preserved specimen. Saline frog. Cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and have stripes. Binder. The paper inside of it says DNA extraction instructions. You have found DNA extraction instructions. You can view that in the archives. Place plant material in the designated blender and activate the blender. Once the material has been thoroughly broken down, add a solution of saline water. Liquid will be filtered and dripped down to the beaker. Once it has done so, pour the ethanol into the beaker. DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker. Use an empty capsule to collect it. What's it saying? That thing on top looks like some kind of industrial strength lid. If you open it up, it looks like it's a blender or something. I don't think you'd use it for cooking though. Maybe it's for scientific experimentation. We are in a lab. Yeah, we could probably pulverize just about anything with something that's heavy duty. Mixer already, did you already look at the binder we found next to the mixer? DNA extraction instructions. I think there's a part about using the mixer or something. Okay. Worry about you later. What the heck? hydroponics research thing we just found. And it said something about preparing different hydroponics fluids and how they each have a different color. I think they were talking about these. Yes. Rectangular hole in this wall. Who knows? Don't know what it does. It's probably best to learn it. Leave it alone for now. Okay. Cylinder full of seeds. Round and don't have any markings. Just some kind of waste tank. A thigh tank. Are you for real? Why did you put the speaker? Why did they put a speaker here? To drain? What's wrong with you? Oh, I see. You got that frog there. Planning to take it out, I assume. Probably pour the ethanol down the drain first. I don't think we have ethanol. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Scalpel. Pretty fancy tray. Cat playing with a ball of yarn. Are you even looking at it? Are you even looking at it? It's a lion. How are you not getting that? Well, sorry, it's a sort of thing I had picked up when I was a kid. Never talk about cats. Kind of well, you heard. That's pretty weird. I'm still missing stuff, so that's not good. That is not good for me to be missing items. At all. I don't see much else around here. Want to use the seeds in the mixer? Yeah, you think I shouldn't? I just don't think you should put them all in. Do you think you should put them all in? I mean, all 5 different types of seeds? Yeah, interesting. Why not? Alright, done. Reviewing the DNA extraction instructions. Alright. Put some saline solution in here. Funnel above the beaker. But the liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Looking good. What are you supposed to do next? And you'll say, well, step number 3 says something like this. Liquid will filter into the beaker and add ethanol to the... We don't have any ethanol yet. I haven't seen any ethanol. I don't know where it is. And I'm blind, man. Dilute it with water. Look at those pipes. I think they run down the beakers underneath. Handles where the pipes meet. Turn the handle right, the liquid goes right. Turn the handle, turn it to the left, the liquid goes to the left. Maybe put them down the middle, half that goes to the left, half goes to the right. What's the liquid then? Probably water. What do the numbers mean? It's supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe. There aren't any units. Looks like 80 something of water come out of the center pipe. And then each pipe after the split gets 40. Let's regulate the flow of the water with the handle so that each beaker gets the correct amount. Yeah, how do we get the water to come out in the first place though? To pull the lever over these on the right. Like this. Okay, let's give it a shot. So 50, 30, 20, 30, 30. 20, 20, 30, or 30, 30. You have to do this. $30 right now. 10, 50, 40. This isn't right, but am I even doing this right? Okay, yes, I am doing this right. There you go. Pour the water into the beakers, and all the lights are green. Did it. Can I take the cat tray and put it underneath? Hey, remember the hydroponics thing you found? Something about preparing 5 types of seeds? Got them all, right? Yeah, and I have 2 types of long seeds and 3 types of round seeds. Maybe you should put them in the beakers. Grab one of those seed containers, you should be able to put them in one of the beakers. Just throw it in. Fluid B, yellow, fluid D, cyan. Okay. Make sure they were in the same order. Round seeds and fluid B, yellow, and D failed to germinate. None of the striped ones germinated, right? I'm gonna guess marked is striped. Maybe it means all around. Or is a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. Press A when you're ready. Then check. Not sure what's going on, but here goes. I don't just do it how I was gonna do it. Okay. How do you move these? You just drag them. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D, cyan, and fluid E, blue, only one of them failed to germinate. Okay. Round seeds in fluid B and D failed to germinate. The long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. None of the marked seeds germinated if put into fluid C, green. This is like, which ones are marked? I don't get what you're trying to say. Like, to me, this is marked, but clearly that's wrong because you're striped. I can also just brute force it, so I might just do that. Because I don't know what you're asking of me. Alright, there we go. Apparently that long thin one was marked. You did it, Sigma. You sown the seeds. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you do. Look at this. Oh, a red capsule. Red capsule sitting in the hole. Small capsule, half of it's red. Some sort of metal protrusion. I don't know where the ethanol is. See if this is saline solution. What the heck, Clover? What if that had been poison or something? Worry too much. I just pretended to drink it. I know it's saline solution. It's on the other side of the lid, silly. What happened, dude? Give it a name. Looks like it's dead. It's probably been preserved. The liquid inside is ethanol? How do you know? Smell? Really? Yeah, it smells like disinfectant, right? Besides, scientists preserve stuff in ethanol all the time. Yeah, but I need to empty the stinking frog. Be clear what you're supposed to do next, wouldn't you? Yes. Move the frog to the ceiling? I need to get the frog into here, but I need to clear it first with saline. Or, sorry, ethanol. It wouldn't let me do it the first time. For the froggy ethanol in the drain. You want me to examine it first? Okay. Got the frog over here. Plus liquid waste. Ethanol poured down the drain should be in there. A little big, but I have a feeling we should take it. Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But poor Lord Hoppington. Why are you freaking out about? He's dead? Not the point. It's still sad. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Oh, for the love of this frog is dead. It's an ex-frog. Fine, I'll do it. This saves me the trouble. Huh? Something came out of his stomach? Ooh, capsule. Alright, next I need to pour the ethanol into the beaker. Then... should do it. Dip the protrusion, the capsule, and the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all. Look, screen changed. What's going on? Put in the yellow capsule, right? I think you reacted to that. Why? I don't know. I was just thinking. Thinking what? Well, the thing we just put in had the plant DNA in it, right? Maybe that caused this. Anyway, let's have a look. This is the safe password. That's what we need. I can get to the safe. Full chicken? Come on, it's poultry, guys. Yeah, this is the one in the AB room. I saw one in the infirmary too. Punch your right, send the password right here and open up. It just showed. You did it. May I please dump the root? Let me do like this. Gotcha. Alright, done. Pour the saline solution in here. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Looking good. What do I need to do next? Don't you remember? Look at the manual. Alright, next thing to put the ethanol into the beaker. Then... guess this should do it. And dip the protrusion of the capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, got it all. Green capsule. Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something here? What do you mean something? Just look. Easier than explaining. What the frick? DNA? Simplified version of DNA sequence. A is adenine. G is guanine. C is Christosine. T is thymine. Think we can manipulate it? Yeah, it looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases. Bases. Yeah. DNA is made out of 4 bases: adenine, guanine, Christosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A, T, and G, and C. Or bind A and T, or G and C. Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairings. Sure, you know a lot about this stuff. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. Give it a shot. Each A is connected to a T, and each G is connected to a C. Grab a row and then move it with left stick. I'm dumb trying to pair them up like that. I don't know why. There we go. I was grabbing the wrong one each time. Hey, I did it. Good job, Sigma. That was awesome. What a treat. I'm hungry. Your turkey. What the heck? That's screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now I'll get over here and look at this. Oh, something on it. Sun, moon, sun. Different places. Huh? It opened. Awesome. The suspense was killing me. We got what do we got here? First is it's a map. This is floor B. One I found in the infirmary at floor A. Then this other one in the lounge. Then this would make floor A the top floor, right? Rode the elevator down and get here. Yeah, I guess so. Let's keep looking. A lot of stuff in here. There are the key cards. Each one got a picture of the moon on it. These had the cards that the announcer was talking about. So they gave us 2, just like the same with the sun cards. Almost solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool, sure, fine. Next up, at the notebook. Anything interesting? Can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it A journal? Got some dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? Speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway. What else have we got here? There's like 2 more things. Is that medicine? Send the label. Axelavir. Axelavir? Axlever? Wait, didn't we know something about the Axelavir? You're right. This is it, the Axelavir. Secure for Article 6. Well, hold on. Let me see that. Later. Let me get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, we need to get this stuff over to Quark. First we gotta get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it, right? Let's go. Lock for the door, right? Now it says locked. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. Get it over with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
That's
hold
your
on a minute.
escapology.
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we? I
Yeah,
was just wondering what it was.
I'm not sure I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. If it's a name or something. IG replicator? Hemoglobin?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Dong, ding, ding.
Yeah,
Oh, did we just talk? So it's like a copy machine?
probably copies IG, whatever that is. Who knows?
Any ideas?
Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course. This machine must be here so we can make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're an idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
He was right, of course. Hold my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
I know what IG means.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal in some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah. Did I get it, though? Nope.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't really
Why?
get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Axelavir?
Yeah, definitely. Spill could pull the vial out of my pocket. This is written right here in the label. Axelavir.
You really are an idiot. Although I guess
Huh?
in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... Words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink and the vial disappeared from my hand. What
What are you
gives?
doing?
Theo slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it
I
back
think
now.
so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally. Wait, is this why you took the medicine and blackmailed me?
Horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage.
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until it started to hurt that I curled my hands to fist. Dia would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
Patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Axelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Darn
It's
it.
not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma?
Ah, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfying chuckle, Dio shutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray,
I know. I'll drop to -1, that means I'll get
that
penalized.
means
Well, it's not I wanted to, alright? If we don't do what he says, then I'll destroy the medicine. Because that the Quark will.
so
Quark will.
you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. Choice was far from foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back up to the other floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. Didn't wait for Clover's response. Ding.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry. I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. One of his hands was a moon key. Twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Ugh. Glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. That was fine. And of course Clover. Where's Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
How's he doing?
I see.
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then,
Right.
huh?
So what was your room, Sigma?
Laboratory?
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flickered to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Besides me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
How'd it go for, with you? Find anything interesting? Violet shook her head. With an unison of movement, That almost looks like choreographed. Allison K. shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice K and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelavir hidden somewhere in there.
What a dude.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's
Then
doing.
I will too.
Glad that's settled.
Down to Clover disappeared through the magenta door. The young K followed a few footsteps behind. Okay then. Guess we should be
Hold
going
on.
too.
Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with his words. Some sort of bullshit language. You said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. Took the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. Began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin, you mean you can
Yeah,
read it?
with time and a dictionary.
In other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
I started to leaf through the book again and she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait, I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry. Don't
What does it
rush
say?
me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What are they talking about? Why are they talking
Not
about that?
sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces it to 1 and 1/6 to approximately 1 to 4.408. 1 to 0.408. 1 to the square root of 1/6. I don't know why I'm dying. Means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only at 0.04 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, within 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or square root of 6 seconds have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds have passed. But the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse of the taking of a power. A less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fast fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe the reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever this cause, the infected invariably attempts to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that the targeted antiviral could kill, or at least disable, the Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. Our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. My fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. Bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading on in and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with a constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as though the cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many we see, but if you're only a handful, survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let the future be a bright one. Well, that's a lot of information. Now we know the virus does to you, though. You get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. It's about 40%.
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. I'll explain why Quark was while trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Exelavir.
Exactly.
Cures it.
But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing
December
even written?
29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
Trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters, which would mean we're all supposed to be unaffected. We would have been thrown in here to keep it safe.
I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems...
Whoops, sorry. Quark's been affected, right?
Maybe the virus got in somehow. Just
That would
think
be
about
bad.
it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
It's all just speculation, but...
And that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started,
yeah.
right? And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Most importantly, why the heck are they playing the Nuremberg game and the point of the place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people in the game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from the pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See? You know that two
We don't
milkmen
have
go to
enough
comedy?
information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Vi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary?
Changed
with
my
me?
mind. You could tell me about Quark.
And with that, she was gone. We're at /marker territory. I can't speak anymore. Territory. I'm gonna do a /marker and I'll be right back.